Welcome back, everyone, to the TMI FYI podcast. I am Nat.
And I am Claude.
And we're back, people.
Man, it's been...
Guys.
2026 has presented some challenges.
Now, listen, we're professional gals, okay? Like, we're not trying to be, like, playing hooky here, but we've just had a series of events, one after the other. Illnesses, trips, emergency situations.
Emergency.
We'll discuss.
This was a week late because as we were getting ready to record, like literally, bro, walking here with our with our drinks, and we look out to bring my dog in from the yard, and she is covered in head to toe in blood, like a murder scene, blood all over the patio, all over, just pumping out of her, and
it wasn't good.
It was awful.
Our Sally girl.
Yeah, my Sally girl. I didn't even know how to react. So we scooped her up and rushed her. I'm not even going to get into the whole...
We won't get into the whole thing, but just know that we meant to bring an episode to you earlier.
She's fine. She cut an artery.
She's okay.
On a broken light bulb. That was not done by us, but we'll
bun twist.
Bun twist. So the blood was pumping. They sewed her up. She's good. She's good as new, but... Scary situation. So that was literally left the lights on. Everything was ready to record. So late, but we're here.
All's to say, we're trying our best, guys. But we had a little pre-meeting. We've discussed, setting more set schedules. We have social media, new things happening. Now is the time to lock in. If you have tuned out, which we don't blame you if you did for a minute, but come back. We are ready. We are ready to kick things off. In the meantime, I did not mention this before, but Claude, have you been following Coachella?
No. Well, Justin Bieber, I heard that he sang and he had a laptop and he was asking people to tell him what songs they wanted to hear, and he sang, and apparently it's gone over very well from the youngins that I've spoken to.
Yes, and apparently everyone is a believer. There's so many closet Bieber fans.
I don't even, why be a closet? He's great. He's got a great voice. The kid has been through some... Well, and I'm sure there's stuff we don't even know.
For sure.
I thought the Diddy thing stuff was going to come out, but no.
Yeah, I know. He didn't get mentioned in that, which I was surprised by, but for sure there's something there. But I allegedly, I don't know.
I don't know.
So in any event, I was going to say, people are talking about how he was healing his childhood traumas by singing with his childhood self. So he was pulling up YouTube videos of him as a child singing, and then he would sing with the video. He was singing with his childhood self, watching, and it's apparently some sort of healing journey. So this has nothing to do with what we're talking about today, but now that you've brought it up, I digress, and I will go to... I've, having gone to therapy for different things, and I believe totally in the mental health and speaking, I think everyone should have a psychologist or someone they speak to about whatever the issues are. Even if you haven't heard our therapy episode, please go back and listen to it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it really is just having that neutral person to kind of either pose questions or make you think and be introspective. I love it. Anyway, but there are times where when you have childhood things or anything, relationship traumas, whatever, and they tell you, okay, in your inner child, whatever. I sometimes just want to. Please. Sounds horrible how I'm going to say, but please work with me here. I almost want to laugh and say, okay, what? Inner child, come on. I get it. I recognize that this happened to a 10-year-old me, or this happened to, and I get it, but connecting to that and healing that and talking to, what would you say to her? Oh my God. I get where it sounds silly to the person, because I'm the recipient. I'm there because I want to heal from certain things, and I want to talk and give me the tools to help me work through this. And some of the tools have always been talk to that little girl or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God.
I know.
I feel, it feels just come on.
It feels silly. I get that. But I will say this. I used to have that same feeling about self-compassion. Whenever people would talk about self-compassion.
Talk to yourself in the mirror thing?
Well, not even talk to yourself in the mirror, but just even how you talk to yourself. For me, it's quite normal to be oh, you dumb bitch. You're so stupid. How could you have done that? Right?
Right.
So the idea that I have to be nice to myself always felt really stupid. Eyes rolling to the back of my head.
I know what I'm saying because I'm telling myself to say it to myself.
Yeah, but it does.
Really?
It does make a difference. Now, I do agree that it's uncomfortable at first because it seems silly.
Just silly, right.
It seems really silly. But when you practice it enough times, it starts to all right. I don't mind that. That feels okay. And so he's probably had a ton of therapy to get to that point where he can do it in front of Coachella.
Yeah.
Which is like,
I mean, and he seems to be very deep in his faith. Like he seems to be, listen.
great.
I feel that kid's talented. He's got a great voice.
He
His
is.
songs are fun. Like, God
Yeah.
only knows what he's been through. So
He's got
I hope for him and for his family and whatever that he has like a little, like he's okay. He's okay. Because we know that Miss Brittany is back on Brittany.
Well, I think she went into rehab.
Yep. She
So-
voluntarily checked herself up.
Good for
Man,
her.
every time those videos come up, I'm just like, wow.
I know, girl.
it's
girl,
painful.
girl.
Painful.
All right. So, do you have a bun twist to share with us, Miss Claude?
Well, nothing that happened recently. We were in our discussions, we were talking about, and a real easy one that is people, like when you hold a door open for somebody or what, that they don't say thank you. Like it's expected of you to do it.
know.
I do it because it's a courtesy and I was raised well and I have manners. You do it as a courtesy and manners because
Yeah.
for the next person. And then they just walk past you like, thanks for
know.
that. Like,
No, not even thanks.
yeah.
No thanks.
They don't say, but they walk in as if they were
They
entitled
deserved
to
it.
Right. Like, girl, or the people that walk in front of you and just let the door slam in your face. Like, wow, hi, was right behind you. You knew I was. What does it cost you to either say thank you or hold the door? Come on
So
now.
rude.
So rude.
Yeah, people get some manners.
So it's just like, come on, man. Can we go back to like just having a little bit of manners?
You know what I think a part of it is? I think some people are just rude and have no manners.
Yeah.
But everyone's so like distracted and just like in their own shit. And
Yeah.
they don't even like pay attention that there's a person there or that, hey, you didn't have to do that for me, but you still decided to. Everyone's just got like their heads up their asses and we all just need to like pay attention a
And
little
common
bit.
courtesy. I think I saw this thing about airport etiquette now that people are saying, let's bring back like getting dressed to go on
No.
a flight, that people go and they're
No.
like flip flops and sweatpants falling off and
No.
pajamas.
No, you know what though? No, here's what I think about that. Here's what I think about that,
Tell me.
Claude. I will dress up for the airplane when you give me an experience to get dressed up for. These airlines
Yeah.
are taking more and more of your money
Yeah,
and
they are.
giving you a shittier experience every single time. I'm not going
Yeah,
to come.
the no snack thing is a problem.
No snacks, no drinks, gross
Yeah.
bathrooms, less space every
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
Delayed
That is
flights. Give me something to dress up for and I'll show up looking like Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah.
But until then, you're going to see me in whatever the fuck I feel like wearing that day, okay? And it's going to be real comfy because you've given me no space.
Okay. I agree with you on all those
I just
counts.
got
For
really
me,
mad.
It's just like,
I didn't even know how mad I felt about
I
that.
was going to say, wow, all right. I like to get dressed up to go, not dressed up, but I mean, I like to feel like I'm going somewhere. Like when I get off, I'm at my destination. I want to be like, all right. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I need to be comfy.
All right.
I want to be comfy.
But I do want the snacks.
I
Like what
want snacks
happened to
too.
snacks, man? I don't want that same biscotti cookie every time.
Every goddamn
damn
time.
time.
It's either that or they do have the little mini pretzels. But
Yeah, but
you
they're
know,
many.
There's so many.
There's so many.
We're hungry.
Yeah. Yeah. And on 5-hour flight, give me some food.
Give me
like sell me
something.
half a sandwich, something.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
then they want you to come dressed up.
Yeah,
Get
they
out of
do.
my
Okay.
face.
All right. Well,
Maybe that's my bun twist. It
yeah.
wasn't, but
it
maybe
wasn't,
now
but
it is.
maybe now.
It is. Now, my bun
So,
twist is
yeah, tell me.
that this just happened yesterday, and it's a really long story, and it's kind of boring. But the
Summary. Cliff notes.
summary story: the air conditioning in my car has been broken for a long time.
Oof, summer's coming.
Summers are coming, and we live in Miami. It's hot, and so I've been dealing with it, but it's not been great. And so I finally yesterday had a day where I didn't have that many meetings, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna take some time. I'm gonna go get this done at Jiffy Lube. And first Jiffy Lube is like, the first one I went to was like, oh, we don't do that here. Like you have
Oh.
to go to this other one that's like 20 minutes.
So is it just like it's missing the Freon, or is it that
Well,
it's
they
broke?
didn't know. So they were
Oh.
like, let me check what kind of Freon your car uses. They're like, oh, your car has the new Freon. We don't have that here. And we can't we can't run the test that we have
We
to
have
run.
the old ass Freon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're like, well, you can go to the other Jiffy Lube that's like 20 minutes away. I'm like, all right, fine. So I go over there and I won't get into the details because it's mind-numbingly boring. But suffice to say, I was there for 3 hours. They were tinkering with it for 3 hours. When I came out, they're like, and mind you, the whole time it's like 15, 20 more minutes, 15, 20 more minutes. I'm there for 3 hours. And then they didn't fix anything. Nothing got fixed. And they're like, oh yeah, ma'am, you should probably take this to your dealership. And I'm like, okay. So what the fuck were you doing for the last 3 hours that I was just sitting here wasting my day? They didn't charge me.
Okay.
So at least they didn't charge me for the inconvenience, but I lost like my whole day there.
Yeah.
I was late for my eyebrow appointment. It was a whole thing. And it made me mad because I feel like, I don't know.
Consider your time.
They weren't considerate of my time. I felt like they kept giving me false information. I don't know if this is true, but I think because I'm a girl and I don't know what I didn't even know how to open the hood. I was like, what's that? And I think they're like, oh, we got a live one, guys.
Yeah. Let's see. Is there anything we can find and tell her this is wrong with you? You have no brakes.
Yeah. So it's partly my own ignorance that probably caused this, but the whole thing was just, I feel like we could do better, guys.
Yeah.
We could do better.
Yeah. I mean, people's time matters. I've got shit to do. Like, tell me if I need Freon, or if you got old ass Freon, send me somewhere else. Like,
and by the way, like, it wasn't just, I also, like I said, I had the eyebrow appointment, right? So the whole time I'm like calling the salon to be like, I'm going to be late. Like, can you push it back 30 minutes? That lady has shit to do too.
Yeah. And when you make her late, she makes everybody else late that's coming in. It's
exactly.
Yeah,
so there's downstream effects, guys. Anyway.
Okay.
I think the theme of this has been just inconsiderate humans.
Yeah. We're not here to be Debbie Downer. Anna, you okay? Yes. Okay. Sorry. Our social media for our girl Anna, our team member Anna, is like crunched over in halvesies here, is grabbing her stomach, wincing. So I'm thinking another emergency, not to the vet, but
she's laughing, but
okay, appendicitis, not to be mistaken for appendicitis.
Exactly, with a G, fellas. All right, so we are going to get into our topic now, which is all about adult friendships.
Yeah.
And I think this is a really interesting topic to dive into because friendships are such a big part of your life when you're a kid. Like your whole,
women, especially, I think.
Well, for women, for sure. But even men, I just think your whole life revolves around your friends. And then you grow up, you get married maybe, or,
your life takes on a different, your path, your adult path.
You do your career, like things just start happening. Friendships are still important, but they change. And then they become like a smaller part of your life. And yet they can still take up a lot of room. Shit can still happen. Drama can still go down. And as an adult, it's just so different, right? So we wanted to dive into adult friendships and just talk a little bit about, what it's like to be a friend as a grown up.
Yeah. And the different phases, I think, as you are growing up. You enter your first phase of adulthood, which is like, let's just start like out of college age. So in your early to mid 20s, a lot of times you establish friendships in college, your roommates or whatever.
Right.
And you form those bonds because you've shared college. And, I know of or hear of, because I didn't go to one of these colleges or dorms and all that. Yeah. So, were they all my college buddies and people still hold those very close, what I mean? Like those are special bonds. Some of them, people have their friends forever. Some are still close. But then I think as life evolves and you move on to the next phase, I can only talk about my own experiences and maybe, what I see with other people. I watch my daughter and her friendship. She still has a lot from even grade school, which are still some of her best friends. And I've said in the past, I'm friends with my grade school friends and we keep in touch, but none of them really live here. So I don't get to see them. But our lives took different directions, Once we got married and started having kids, and you start meeting new people that are in your orbit.
Well, let me ask you about that, because how do you feel? So my best friend has been my same best friend since I was 5 years old. I met her in kindergarten. And then I have, other friends who I've known since elementary school a long time. But those friendships, they have kind of, they were so close for so long. I mean, like into adulthood.
Of course.
But then they started to kind of like take a turn where I guess life did just take us in different directions. But it was one of those things where like some of them I'm like, oh, I expected we were going to be friends for life. And then it didn't pan out that way. And that's been really disappointing and hurtful in some ways. Like, have you had any experience with that?
Hurtful?
Or has it just been kind of mutual? Like,
I don't know. I have a lifelong friend that I think, it's never been discussed, but I just kind of think after I got married and stuff, and she started having kids, and again, we were just in different places, and we didn't live close, and they were in their careers, and again, you're building your own. It just kind of started tapering off, and I'm sure I have a role in it. Everybody has their either their version or their side or whatever. I just feel like in their marriage, their world, their friends, maybe we just didn't like click anymore. I don't know. Like our social, what we wanted to do socially wasn't really what the other wanted to do. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think it just we slowly drifted apart. We still keep in touch. We still will send each other messages. I'm sure they have their version of why they don't really choose to hang out with us, and I guess I have my same. There's no like hard feelings. There's no It just kind of we grew to the point where we just didn't have anything in common to share socially anymore. And it was just kind of like we wanted to keep the friendship because it had been a lifelong friendship, and I still love them and I love her. She's and I would do anything for her. It's just we just don't. We're just different people now as we got older, I don't know.
That's kind of how, so I don't want to say too much because I haven't talked to this person. Like, it would be weird if she listened and was learning about my feels of the podcast. So I don't want to reveal too much about it, but I do feel this like a sense of everything you're saying is so true, right? And there's nothing like bad. There's nothing that's like
bad. It's just little by little over time. But it feels, a week goes by, then it's 3 weeks, then it's a month, and then it's been 3 months, and then you're just like, hey,
but to me, it just like, it's really made me bummed out. Like, I'm thinking of a specific person, and it really makes me sad. And I've tried to get to a place where I'm not so in my feels about it, because it's like, it's no one's fault. I don't think there's any malice in it on either side. Definitely not from mine, and I don't think from hers.
But if she tried now to kind of reconnect and re-engage that friendship,
I'd be down for it. But I don't know that if I could, because I guess I'm in my feels because I do feel like I tried more than she did.
Right.
And so it was one of those things where it's like I kept making overtures and making an effort and feeling like it's not really being reciprocated in the same way.
And is she trying to send me, maybe she just doesn't want me to, or am I pushing myself, or why isn't she?
It's like I'm trying to make fetch happen. Yeah. It's like I'm trying to make her, and look, it's not that I'm upset with her, because I think she has a very, very full life, and it's like, I don't think it's personal.
Right.
But there's a part of me that's like, well, I don't want to keep trying to make this happen if it doesn't fit in your life right now, right? Like, and that's okay. But it's like a weird thing to not vocalize and then just kind of have
and then it's
fall
kind of
apart.
Hanging in the air. You're kind of like, you want to say, well, listen, like, is this, are you upset? Like, are we or do we just mutually agree that maybe we're just not in that space anymore? And that's awkward too, because it's sad. Because you're like, man,
it's so sad.
We have so many memories and so many things that you want to kind of carry that around the rest of your life. Like, you always have that to go back to and bond and laugh about and whatever. But I don't know. I think,
so again, let me ask you, let me ask you this, and this is maybe advice that I could just get from you and the broader TMI community, right? Like, let's say I hang out with this person again, and we're and is it worth having that conversation to be like, hey girl, are you noticing that it's been like
I do
2 years?
And as time goes on, as I get older,
filters lower?
No, not filters, but I'm more prone to let's cut to the chase. I mean, we both know this is like lingering. Let's just have a cocktail and talk about it.
Lingering for me, but not for her. And so I
get
feel
it off
like,
your chest, though.
Yeah.
Like, I've always been, and that's one of the things, I don't know if I want to think it's a good thing, and I will continue thinking it was a good thing. But I remember when my daughter was young, in her, she was like 10 or 11, I don't know, something was going on. In 5th or 6th grade, I mean, in the trials and tribulations of
middle school.
But it's girls. Girls, this is, from
we're
the time you can talk.
From day one.
And so one was talking about the other, and she heard a rumor that one said the thing. I said, listen, cut the shit. Stop listening. You're going to get a different version from every person you talk to. Go straight to her. She's your friend. Just ask her straight up. Listen, did you or did you not say this? This is what I'm hearing. Tell me yourself. And I'm thinking, it's easy to say, right? I'm talking to a 10 or 11-year-old. Can I tell you? that she sure as shit did, and it cleared up the problem. And her friend admitted, yeah, I did say that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I just, she got caught. To this day, it's her very best friend in the world. And since then, I think she learned that you just nip it in the bud and just confront it. And just why circle the drain, and this person talks, and people will talk and they're going to blow it up and create different stories, and you're going to be all in your head, and it's going to just,
well, in this case, there's none of that.
There's no issue.
But, but like,
but it's lingering with you.
It is. But then there's also a feeling that makes me, and maybe other people can relate to this if you've ever had this situation, but it also kind of feels like, am I a loser? Like, why am I chasing you like this? Like, what the fuck?
Do you want to be my friend or don't you? Your phone works too. Call me back.
Like, if you don't care, fine. Like, why am I like making all the effort, realizing you don't care? Now I'm talking to you about how much you don't care. And like, why don't you care about me?
Right.
And it just makes me feel like a loser girlfriend. Like, it makes me, I don't know. I
understand that too. Like, maybe you just want to let it go. And if she comes around and says, I haven't heard from you, say, well, I felt kind of like I was.
Oh, she's not going to do that.
No,
she will never do that.
Then
so
maybe.
That's part of me that's like, so why am I going to make the effort to like
the friendship?
I do. At the core of it, it's that.
You miss it. You miss it. It bothers or hurts you that she doesn't feel nostalgic about it or want it as much as you do.
Yes. You're right.
And you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, like, why?
Was this not the coolest friendship as it was to me? Why isn't it to you? Yeah. And it is hurtful. You feel like, fuck. Like I always joke with my husband and I'll say, I like me. I'd like to be my friend if I didn't know me. Like I think I'm non-judgmental. I'm very open to things. I'm fascinated by all facets of different people. Like I find everything interesting. I want to learn. You do you. You know what I mean? That's your thing. It might not be my thing.
I think you're fabulous. I love hanging out with you. But I think I'm fun too.
Exactly. And that's why we enjoy time.
That's why we enjoy each other.
Enjoy this
that's
shit.
Why we're here.
But
now, have you ever had a full blown like friendship breakup? Like this is a like we're distancing and who knows where it's going to end up. And for the record, I will love this person for the rest of my life. Like, so that's just going to be how it is. But a full breakup, like we've had a falling out. We are not friends.
Yes.
As an adult.
Yes.
Okay.
Twice.
How was that?
The first time it happened, was
how old were you?
Traumatic.
Just like a decade.
It was about a decade or
no, like which decade were you in? Like 30s, 40s?
I was in my
50s,
40s.
40s. Okay. Friendship breakup in your 40s.
And it was not a lifelong friend. It was a friend I made through the school with my daughter. Was one of her friends. And I considered her a very close friend. We traveled together in groups. Like she was in my, and our daughters had an issue in something. It was a stupid high school thing. And since then, some of the people it's not even worth getting into the details. We're talking about the friendship.
Yeah.
But yeah, she kind of thought that I was the blame for something that happened with the children. And then like 2 weeks went by and I was like, okay, we need to talk. Like this, what went on? I wasn't there. I was out of town when something happened. And then we got on a phone conversation. She kind of said, some things like, I knew you'd turn this on you, whatever. I'm like, what are you even saying? I'm trying to talk to you. Like, we're the adults. We need to work this out for our kids. Like, no, she just kind of said, whatever, we'll talk about it another time. And it just kind of faded. And there was awkwardness in our orbit. Like we saw each other in volleyball tournaments and stuff. And it was weird. And I was like, my daughter and her daughter stopped being friends, which was crazy. And then I felt like this devastating loss. Like, what is happening right now? Like, I've never really lost a friend like purposefully, like we're in a fight and we were no friends.
Like as an adult.
Yes. And then, and then the circles were still we were going to see each other and stuff. I go, this is weird, and over time I just kind of said, what? I got over that. And I was just as indignant and angry. I'm like, okay, if you don't even want to talk about it, I'm not even going to, come on. And to this day, we're not friends. We don't speak. And then it even got worse for whatever reason. It started being like, we don't even know each other. We would be in the same room and not even.
Wow.
And I got used to it. It took a while though, because I'm not a person that I've always been a person that's not happy when someone's mad at me or doesn't like me, or I feel I don't like that. Even if we don't have to be buddies, but I don't want you to be like.
Right. I don't want any lingering anger and resent.
We can just be cordial or whatever. And thank goodness that once high school was over for my daughter, I've never seen her again. I don't even see her anywhere. And we still live in the same city, obviously. But And if I saw her now, I'd pretend I don't know her. Like, and to think that we were that close at one point, and then so it's weird, and that one hurt me a while. Like it hurt me because I enjoyed our friendship. So
well, and I also think when you are an adult, I feel like when you make a friend as an adult, which we'll talk more about, like making a new friend.
Yeah.
But like when you make a friend as an adult, I feel like you just don't expect that there's going to be drama. Like it's like we're mature, we're ladies, this is not going to happen.
Yeah.
And then you have like a fallout like that, and it can probably.
And this one was like over the kids and stuff.
Well,
it's
and
like
that's
they're
extra
kids.
weird,
like,
because that adds a whole new layer.
Yeah.
But I will say, not that I don't know what happened here, and so I'm not taking any sides.
And I'm gonna defend my child. And
of course,
after years, I found out through the other people involved that we were definitely in the right. So I mean, I was like vindicated quietly, but it still didn't change anything. Like so much as
everybody feels the need to defend their child, right? Like who 100%. Knows what version of events she got from her kid, right? And so now we're adding an extra layer of like the friendships involving your children.
Yeah,
and like that's a whole other.
Well, a lot of the thing is that as an adult, when you make those adult friendships, like I made friendship obviously before I had kids, like in work environments, you meet your work friends, and a lot of times those become very good friends. That's who you spend a lot of your time with. You know what I mean? In your work environment, your girlfriends and whatever. My sister's best friends to this day are really the girls that she worked in the office with when in her 20s, you know? So I think because you're kind of a fully formed person, you guys are all in the same kind of young adulthood and experiencing, you start dating maybe the person you marry. So you start sharing in a different way.
Yeah.
Then there's the next phase after kids when you're involved in the school world. And I know your school world is different than mine was. I loved my daughter's school world. So I enjoyed it to the fullest. And to this day, 3 of my closest friends are women I met through that, you know? So,
let me ask you, on the friend breakup thing. So I have had one that I can think of where we legit got into a fight and like a fight. And like yelling and screaming, and it bummed me out to the max because we were such good friends that and honestly
it hurts.
And the issue was so stupid. Like it could have been an email. We could have just it could have been a different conversation, but instead emotions ran high and we yelled and screamed.
Emotions, man.
But then we repaired it, and I'm happy to say this is someone that I was able to reconnect with, and we kind of like repaired it. We spent probably like a year not talking, which was rough, and then we repaired it. But then it was like, it's one of those things where once you have an issue with someone, it kind of is like, it's just hard to like go back to what it was before.
It's like when you rip your pants, you stitch them. They're still the same pants, but there's still that stitch there now, that repair, and you're kind of like, that's going to linger. And now I know it can happen.
Yeah.
So now you're a little more careful because you're like, well, I know that this person now has the tendency to blow the shit up, or
no, actually, I think I was the one who blew it up more than I needed to, frankly. I think it was me. Now that I look back on it years later. But what's cool is that after we kind of like, it wasn't quite the same and we spent years kind of, then we reconnected again like a few years ago, and it's been awesome. Like to be like in each other's orbit again. And like, it's obviously not the same friendship it was when we were younger because now we have kids and jobs and like, it's just, we don't have that. We don't have that kind of time.
Yeah.
But we have made it a point to like see each other and hang out, and it's been one of the
so she mutually cares about continuing, so that's nice.
It's been one of the highlights of adulthood
and
for
I'm sure
me.
she feels it too. She probably feels like, okay, this is maybe not the same, but maybe the more we see each other, the more we try to make it normal again. Well, it'll be more. It's a new normal, but
now it feels normal. Like now we've gone back to like same like dynamic, like same. It took a minute, but like. It made me so happy because I'm like, this is someone who for years I always thought about and was like, how are they doing? I miss them. I hope they're great. Like such fond, nice feelings for. And it's like, if I had just, sometimes I think, oh man, if I had just reached out earlier, right? Like we could have had many more years of this.
Yeah, but it took the time it took because you had to.
I know. But like if there's, I say that to say, if there's a friend out there that you want to repair something with, maybe just do it.
Maybe just, don't think of all the bullshit and all the what ifs or the what are people going to say and what, but she did. If it's really lingering with you and it matters to you, take the first step. Maybe that person's thinking the same. Maybe they don't have the courage. Maybe they don't think you're going to reciprocate. Maybe just let them know, hey, been thinking about you. Would love to catch up and chat. Let them know you're interested and see at least what the feedback is.
Yeah.
If they're like, yeah, great to hear from you. Hope you're doing well. And they just leave it at that. It's kind of like, okay, well, I guess there's no chance of that right now.
Yeah.
Or if like, oh my God, I've been thinking about you too. I hope you're doing great. Yes, please, let's catch up. Then at least that door opens and you can take the first step into kind of, because if you have a history and you have a bond, there's no reason. Yes, shit happens. I mean, mistakes happen, fights happen.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't mean that has to now define and erase everything you guys shared.
Totally agree. Now, what are some of the things that you think end up breaking adult friendships?
Crossing boundaries.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. Crossing boundaries. Like
moonshine's awesome.
Yeah.
No,
like
I'm kidding.
just getting in your biz too much.
Yeah, I think there's girl code at some point. You know, I think women know it doesn't need to be expressed. Women know what the boundaries are in friendships.
Yeah.
You know, no matter how close you are, you know, when you have a really close friend, you know, they're involved in your families and with your kids, with your spouses, with your extended families, you know, your siblings, you know. So I think there are just certain boundaries you just don't.
Well, you know what I think
tiptoe into.
What I think is connected to that in a way, and it sounds unrelated, but I think it is related. I think there is still, even in adult friendships, which you would hope that this would go away, but it kind of doesn't. I think there's still elements of jealousy that happen.
Probably.
And as you get older, there are things that like, the jealousy sort of changes, right? So maybe when you're younger, you might be jealous of a friend because they have like nicer clothes than you, or they're prettier than you. Or they don't have
to work and you have to work.
They're thinner than you. They have the nice car, whatever, right? But then life changes to maybe you have the marriage that I want, or you have the career that I want, or you have these things where I feel I'm lacking and you seem to have it. And you can feel this sense of jealousy that, you know,
and it's awkward. It's like awkward, anytime it's expressed, even in a joking manner, you're kind of like,
I feel like you can tell sometimes when there's people around you like that have that sort of energy.
Yeah.
Where you have to keep like a evil eye bracelet, like pointed at them, right? Like,
I don't want you alone in my house, or like, you know, you don't
stay away from my shit.
Like you can come over, but I gotta be here. Like, there's definitely, I've had people, you know, in and out of my life like that, where you just got, and then you also see them interact with others, or you hear them in conversation, you know, like when they say, you know, how people talk about other people, don't think that they're not talking about you the same way.
Girlfriend.
Yep. They will.
Let me just tell you, young ladies out there, if you have a friend who you love to gossip with about other people, rest assured that person is doing that same shit with others.
And she will turn on you if she has them.
You.
And sometimes it'll catch you when you least expect it.
Yes.
You know, and it's you just, I think that's what hurts too. It's like, wow, I didn't think you were this person, or, you know, I've seen you be that way, but like with me,
right?
You know, it's,
and you know what?
And then you start thinking, was the friendship even, was any of it like real? Were we really friends? I mean, that you could like just fuck up our friendship? Like, just really? No, you know.
And how much more hurtful?
And how old are we?
Well, there's that too. But like, how much more hurtful is it to lose a friend over like a boyfriend, right? Because when I think of, I have had guys in my life that I've never thought of again, right? Or like I've thought of them, I'd be like, good riddance, like we don't need you. But like I'm saying, like when I've lost a friend, I don't stop thinking about it. It like really cuts deep in a way that like a boy could never.
Right.
So like, I have my theories, but like, why do you think it hurts so much more to lose a friend over like a boyfriend?
Oh, well, especially for girls, we share a lot. You know, we talk, we have honest conversations with the highs, the lows, the good, the bad, the intimate stuff, you know, sometimes, especially when you're older, when you have kids and husbands you've been married to for a long time, you share things of fights you've had, or great times you've had, or, you know, and you just feel like you have this person that understands you or that can relate to you, or you don't feel alone because you share things, or, and it's just a closeness that you kind of feel that's like a bonding. It's a bonding. I don't know. I think that's what it is. The fact that you open up, and not always, I'm a sharer, but there's certain things I haven't shared everything that goes through my mind, with my friends. I mean, sometimes, especially if we're going through a hard moment or have a question about something or whatever, but it's like that person that you've trusted them. You've trusted them with your emotions, your feelings, your thoughts, that you could write them down in a journal, but having that person to bounce things off, and someone says, "Oh, that happens to me too." You find the relatable part. That's what builds the friendship for certain things.
Yeah.
So when that gets betrayed,
that's rough. Yeah. Or it ends, or it goes
I think
away.
the biggest piece of shit thing you can do.
Definitely, if you're going to betray a friend. And I think too, like, my thought about it is, like, when you enter a romantic relationship, it's almost like you always know there's a chance this might not work out.
And it's
right?
romantic. It's different.
Well, you just think, like,
relationship.
this could end, right? Like, we could break up, you could lose interest, someone might cheat, someone might, like, what, you walk into it knowing this might not be forever.
Right.
But when you have a friendship, I feel like you go into it never expecting you're going to fuck me over, because there's
this
no...
isn't a let's try and see. Like, once you start building that friendship, that friendship's going to become a friend. Right.
We're girls.
Friends.
Like, we're girls, and you don't expect someone to turn around
into your space with your kids, with your family. Now you're like, we're real,
and especially
we're a team.
As an adult, right?
Yes.
You start bringing them into the more intimate parts of your life, your kids, your marriage, your home, right? It's not just superficial. We're not just at the club. Like, you're getting to know the innermost parts of me. So when you're disloyal in some way, or if you are just, or if it just doesn't matter to you, like you're willing
it's
to, like,
disposable.
It's disposable. That cuts deep.
Yeah.
Like,
and there are some people that are very, closed or reserved or don't divulge. They're as good as a friend they can be, but a lot of their personal stuff they just keep for them and either their spouse, their family. They don't. That's very safe. I've learned more as an adult that maybe that's not a horrible. I'm just a person. I like to share. I like to open up, and that's the way my friendships are. You know what I mean? So I don't. And then you're bringing, and then if, like, for instance, if your spouses get along, you know what I mean? And then you do end up hanging out more.
That's the jackpot.
Exactly. So then, and that's important, at least for women, because the women always get along. But it's important to know that if your spouse, that's what makes, like, being able to hang out in either groups or couples is.
I won the super jackpot in that my best friend, like I said, I've known her since I was 5, and she's my sister forever, and she can never get rid of me. So sorry, Nat, you're mine forever. But her husband has been best friends with my husband since like 3rd grade or something. So it works out
built in.
so beautifully. But I wanted to, like, bring up this other point about maintenance of friendships, right? Because you brought up a point about kind of like proximity, right? So you make friends at work because you're at work together, and so you're friends, right? And it's easy to maintain a friendship when you're seeing each other all the time,
right? And what
your kids are in school together, and so we see each other every morning and at the events. But then, if you don't have that, or that just kind of fades away because the next phase of life has begun, and you have to now maintain the friendship more intentionally, how do you feel? Like,
I have a friend that I have sucked at maintaining the friendship, and she's been great, and I feel horrible because I love her, but our lives, again, even in adulthood, because our kids went in different directions, my free time went somewhere else, and it's like, and then I started my baking stuff, and then so and it's nothing against her, but she's been way better at trying to keep up the friendship than I will say. I freely admit it. And to her, I've said it. I know it's my fault.
I know.
That we're not as close, but when we see each other, it's just, it's the same. Like, we're...
Well, that's the beauty of it. I do think in a mature relationship, you can come back to it, and it's like no time has passed, and we can look past that. But I will say one area that I definitely struggle is in relationship maintenance, because I'm also extremely, extremely introverted, and so I love to be alone.
Yep,
There's
me
no
too.
one whose company I enjoy more than my own. I love myself. And so like I don't need to talk to anyone for weeks.
Yep.
But it's such a bad quality
It
as a
is.
friend.
I know.
Because
I'm with you, sister.
I'm the person that like I forget to check in. I forget to ask you about such and such thing. It's been a month we haven't talked. Oops, I didn't even notice. Like, and it's not malicious. I'm in my own shit, right? So what do you think is like an appropriate amount of maintenance for a friendship? Like,
Man,
'Cause
I wish I had the
suck
key.
at it.
I suck at it too.
But
But I admittedly suck, and then like, okay, that's no excuse.
I know,
I
but
get
that
it. It's no
doesn't really
excuse.
help, right? Because
It
the other
doesn't.
person still feels like,
Of course,
well,
like
fuck you. Like,
exactly. Like you admit it, so do something about
Right,
it. Stop
exactly.
saying it. It's not. So I get how it's received when I say it, but like, then of course I have my own version. I'm like, okay, so here's my day. Here's what happened. And then when I have alone time to be able to either call on the phone, I don't like talking on the phone. I'm not
Me
a
either.
phone talker.
But let me ask you this. Okay, let me ask you this. Let's flip it, right? Let's say you were the one that was more interested in
Right.
maintaining it. So how many times would you feel comfortable reaching out to someone
Right.
and them not responding with you being like, okay, well, I'm done now?
Well, I always respond. I just
Right,
haven't
but
taken
like-
the time to like
Or
get
like
together.
create like a next step, right? Like let's say
God, how
like
long?
how many times does someone have to like would you feel comfortable reaching out to someone
After
before
the
you
second time that I reach out and say, "Hey, reaching out,"
yeah. And
Like,
you get nothing, or
I
you get
nothing. I
like
say, "Oh my God, I'll text you in a minute," and you get nothing.
you get
After the
nothing.
second time, I'd
You're
be like,
done.
"Okay,
2 times?
I don't know. I would do the 2 times,
I think 2 times is good.
and then maybe after whatever, I'll say, "Okay," and I'll say it bluntly. This is the last time I'm texting you. If you don't text me back or whatever, it's on you.
Nice.
I will say it. Oh, I will say it.
Heavy-handed on
and then
the-
they'll say, "Screw you," and they'll joke or whatever, and
But
then
then
we make an
nothing
effort to
happens.
get together, and then we'll have a long lunch and we'll have a long thing, and you know.
I do think a 2-time rule is probably good.
I don't know, 2 if it's a good friend, I would say okay. By the 3rd time, I'd almost make like a snidey,
Yeah.
kind of like elephant in the room joke type thing.
Okay.
Like, okay, there's a 3rd
Like,
time
I'm
we're reaching
kidding,
out.
but I'm not kidding.
I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. There's a 3rd time. So after this, it's up to you if you want to
Yeah.
reach out and then leave it at that and say, okay, I gave it my effort. I even told you this is the last time I'm reaching out. If you don't reach out, then I have to assume you're dead, or you really just don't
Or
want to
you
talk to
just
me,
don't
or you're
care.
going through something, and I'll wait till you're ready to pick it back up.
I think a 2-time is good. Now I'm gonna move on to a slightly different angle on this friendship because I just thought of something. So I don't know if you were in the keeping up with. Do you know what Ashley Tisdale is?
I remember her.
Okay.
Of course.
So
High School
were you?
Musical?
Yes. So were you following along when she had this whole? She posted she wrote an article for like the New Yorker or not the New Yorker, New York Magazine or something. She was in this mom group, and then apparently it involved like Hillary Duff and Mandy Moore and like.
So there's beef with but I knew about Hillary Duff and her sister. I hear there's
not
something
that.
with them, but I don't.
Yeah, not
okay,
that.
so no, I don't know.
So she was talking about how she was part of this mom group, and she felt like they were mean girls, basically.
Oh, wow.
And that they just made her feel badly and excluded her. And
Really?
there were these dynamics where they were all supposed to be part of this one group, but then like some girls would get together and not invite her.
Oh.
And so she felt like left out. Now there's 2 sides to the story. The other girls are like, yeah, no, that's not what happened.
Of
And also,
course.
by the way, you're ridiculous. You suck and you didn't realize it. And none of us wanted to hang out with you because
Right.
you're not self-aware. So, but it kind
Get
of
a clue.
get a clue, right? Like look in the mirror. But it brings up the idea of like the group dynamic, right? Because it's like there's the one-on-one friendships, but then when you're part of like a girl group, there's all sorts of dynamics that are
Well, it's
going.
interesting because maybe I'm going to say 2, maybe 3, but I'm going to stick with 2 like social groups of friends that I can remember through my life. You know, maybe a younger group, and then now I was the common
glue?
person. I was the common person.
Yeah.
So I was friends with each of them individually and then brought them all together.
You were the connector.
And they became friends through me. But it's funny because most of them don't really hang out with each other if it's not a
Aha.
group thing. So they're friends and we get together and we share and it's wonderful. It's like we all hang out all the time. But if it weren't for me, they aren't really calling each other to do anything. But we are the group that always goes out.
Yeah.
Where, you know, the husbands know each other. So, but they all know each other because I'm the one that was friends with these, and they said, "Oh, we're going to do this, and I'm going to invite these people," and then like that.
Well, you know,
So I've had that twice in my life where I'm kind of like,
you're the glue.
I'm the
You
yeah.
know what's awkward is when there's someone who's the glue. I had to burp. I don't know if you heard my voice change there. All right. So there's someone that's the glue, right? And like you said, these people wouldn't connect with each other
Right.
unless they were
Right.
you, right? But then I've been in situations where there's been someone who's the glue, but then the side people do start connecting
And they hang out without
and now, And now the glue is not always included. And the glue
That's
might,
annoying.
yes, I could see that for
Yes.
the glue being annoying.
For the glue.
But like
That's happened to my daughter.
but like what if
She
people
struggles with it.
just get like what if you just connect? Like thank you for bringing this person into my life
Right.
because we connect on this level that I might never have met this person without you or whatever.
I
but
think
like
the glue feels kind of like, damn, they like them more than they like me. They like hang out more. Why am I being excluded? I'm the one that's common in you both. Not that you have to include me in everything, but I've noticed.
But what if we now found our own common thing that maybe you don't get? Like
that's? I would think that that's hurtful for the glue.
I'm sure it's hurtful for the glue,
I've
but
seen
like,
it. I've
what are
seen-
the other two supposed to do? Not hang out, not connect,
Yeah,
not,
I know.
not bond.
But don't be so obvious in excluding the glue. Like,
Well, no.
I don't know. I've watched it happen more than it's happened to me. I've watched it like with my daughter through her different phases of life. It's happened at different times because she is a social butterfly and she's always having parties and whatever. So she's had friends from college or friends from high school and brings them together. And then they end up like hanging out a lot together. And, you know, I've seen at times it like stings a little bit and like they didn't tell me, you know. And what do you say? It's like, I get it that they want to hang out. Sometimes it's like when one gets a boyfriend, one doesn't, you know.
Yeah, that's a
so
different
many
thing.
different
That's a
facets
different thing.
of
But it's like
how that
more
can be.
like
But I think it's a little hurtful. Like,
group of
wow, they like
girls-
hanging out with each other more than they like hanging out with me. And that's great that they're friends, but like, why can't you include me? I don't know. I get it. It's got to sting a little bit.
I can see that. I can see that it stings.
It's tough.
But
It's tough to be the bigger person. Say, oh, glad you guys get along great. Let me know. Like, have a good time.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't-
No, I know. But you know, I've seen this work a couple different ways. Like there's some people who handle it gracefully, who are like, okay, you guys have made friends and I hope we can all still be friends
Yeah.
together. And then I've seen instances where the person has been really kind of shitty about it and like being really jealous or making
Which
little
is stupid
comments.
because at the same time, it's like, why bring them together then? Like you had a group thing, but people are going to meet and they're going
Exactly.
to,
Or
you know,
making just little like snide comments that make me be like, I don't want to hang out with you, glue. Like,
yeah, glue.
glue, get the
Get
fuck
off
out of
me.
here. Yeah,
Right.
like, get off my back.
Yeah.
Like, let me just like,
Yeah.
I
think the new friends
yeah.
need to be a little conscious of the fact
Sure.
that they met through this common person.
But for how long? At what point? At what point do you feel like? At what
I think
point
the first
are you
couple
allowed?
hangouts, maybe you include the glue. Look,
So if you've been friends, let me just add, this is definitely not based on personal information, personal experience. But like if you've been friends with now, if glue brought you and someone else together and you've been friends for like over a decade now,
oh no,
are you
God,
now
a
independent
decade.
friends?
Yes, I thought it was like months. Like
No.
just, I'm like, girl, decades. Get the fuck out.
If we've been
Glue, get
friends
over it.
if we've been friends for like 15 years
Oh,
now.
no. At that
Now we're
point, you better be in a
independent
different
friends,
phase of life. Of course. That's complete.
Yeah,
Come on.
Glue, get
No.
outta here.
Glue, stop it. Glue be gone.
So how long does the glue get jurisdiction
I
over
would
the friendship?
say like the first 6 months of the friendship should be a trio
Centered around
or like,
glue.
just invite if the glue can't go. Then the glue stays home or does whatever. But
Right.
at
But
least
glue's
she
invited.
knows the other ones they're making plans and they're
Right.
doing stuff. I think it's when they start doing activities and then like they do on social media and they see it happening like, oh, I didn't know. They didn't ask me. I'm not doing anything tonight. Or,
right. Okay.
that becomes a little like if you guys are in a group of friends, you should be inviting the like, why are the two of you going? Like invite, and if she can't go, fine. But at least say, hey,
Sometimes though, you just like,
I know.
sometimes you connect with people.
Yes.
I've had this where you just connect
Yeah.
on a different level.
You do.
And like you
And
want to
that's-
do something with that person that's on that.
Yes,
Like,
I get that completely, and I think that also comes with age. I think, and
Yeah.
and having had friendships, having gone through stuff, and you just realize, you know what, they have that in common. And I don't even like doing that. Let them go do that. Especially at different phases. There's some that partied young and some that didn't start partying till later, and some are still in that phase. And when this one wants to go to a club, maybe Glue is like, you know what, I don't want to go to a club. I'm done. Yeah, you guys go and have a good time. I just think that they should at least be conscious of the fact that make an effort to include the original, the OG.
Yeah.
And if not, don't just don't make it seem like you're sneaking and making plans without
you should
them or
definitely
hiding
not
them.
be shady.
Why are you on your phone?
Because I'm. Oh my god, I'm working.
She is texting.
Wow, guys,
Wow.
I'm not. I'm working for the show. How dare you call me out? I'm not on camera right now. She's talking, and now you call me out.
But I thought text. I'm talking. You're like,
No,
Pet peeve, by the way, bun twist.
I know. We all know that, but I'm working. This
Okay,
is
she's
for
working.
work.
It's working. It's for the pod.
It's for the pod.
So the glue. The glue.
Forget it.
So the glue.
Forget it. Forget it.
So the glue. Just include the glue.
Forget it.
Include the glue for a while.
All right, we're gonna do
gonna wrap up.
some
We need to-
lightning round friendship yay or nays. Okay.
All right.
All right. So, yay or nay?
Okay.
Telling your friend when her outfit sucks.
Yes.
You would tell her?
Yes.
I would tell her.
I
too.
would. I wouldn't
It depends.
say your outfit sucks. I would suggest, you know what? Maybe you want to try some different shoes, or how about we do this? Like, suggest something that might look better without telling her no.
Oh, I think I would
There's
be
some
like
people I would say no.
no, like that.
But I'd have
I
to
don't
be
love
really,
that.
yeah. Like only probably my sister, if she was wearing something, I'd say, no, we got to fix that.
Oh well, you can't say it like that to like a friend. I feel like.
No, yeah, you just got to say, yeah. And what if they like show up and you're going somewhere and there's no option to change?
Well, then you don't say anything.
No, you don't say anything at all. And
No,
if you do,
yeah.
you're an asshole because
Yeah, you don't
this-
know. If we're getting ready together and you try something on for me, I will say,
oh, you're
no,
buying
that
some,
doesn't
you're
work.
shopping, and they try
Right.
it on. I love this. You're like,
Yeah, no.
okay.
But if you already showed up dressed, I'm not going to
You
make you
can't-
feel
you
like
can't
shit.
say
No, I'm
anything.
not going to do
No.
that. Okay, what about Venmo requesting for small amounts?
No.
Like for a coffee.
Oh my God. No, absolutely not. Emphatic no.
Voice notes longer than 2 minutes? Can
Yes.
we do, I mean, who's doing less than 2 minutes?
Yeah, why?
That's
why
not even a
leave it?
voice
No,
note.
just
then.
text.
Exactly.
At that point.
No,
Yes, no. Voice notes. I'm a fan all the way. Yay.
What about sending screenshots of other people's texts?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
If you're for reference, absolutely. What do you think of this, fucking bitch?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
we need to have
absolutely.
like, yes, I agree. Friends who are always late, nay. No, I'm sorry. I get
know.
really annoyed.
I know.
by this.
I do too.
I'm okay with lateness. Tardiness is like it happens. We live in Miami. There's a ton of traffic.
One lane closures all the time.
All the time. There's an accident, or even just you have a life. Shit happens. People who are perpetually late really piss me off.
Yeah.
Like-
Like if you say 8 and there's no way before 8:20
Yeah.
they're there.
Like no,
Yeah.
I
Like
don't-
stop it. Yeah. My time matters.
my time matters.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Okay, how do you feel about this? I actually feel like sometimes I do this, and I actually had this situation today, and I remedied it. People who are like, we should hang out soon, and then you never hear from them again.
Oh, but don't people say that shit all the time?
Yes.
Like you say it just because it's like the right thing to say, but you know damn well you ain't ever gonna
I
hang
know,
out.
but I hate that.
But
So
then, no, why say it? Like, why do you even have to bullshit?
I don't know.
At that point,
I just did that the other day, and I like messaged someone, and I was like, we haven't seen each other for a long time. We should catch up. And then she was like, yeah, it's been a long time. And then we just kind of left it there. And I was like, well, now we're both those people.
yeah,
and I was
and
like,
we both mutually know that it's not gonna happen. So why are we even?
no, but I messaged her, and I was like, here's my availability. Now that ball's in her court.
Wow,
she
and
can
you
be the-
really want to hang out? Are you doing it just because you said it, and now you kind of gotta follow through, and you're like,
No.
fuck, you're
You
hoping
know what?
she's silently, you're hoping
No.
that she's like, I'm too busy the rest of my life,
No.
so that's not gonna happen.
Every day for the next 25 years is booked. No,
I'll
you know
see you
what?
on-
I actually enjoy her very much when I hang out with her.
Okay.
It's just one of those people that it's like we're not connected in any way. Like our kids don't go to school together,
Right.
we don't work together. Like there's nothing
Not a
binding
common
us
denominator
together.
other than you guys know each other and have a friendship.
And we have to make it work, right? So that's what makes it tough. But when we do hang out, I actually enjoy her very much. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to make
Okay.
this happen.
All right.
So I'm not
Kudos.
that person that's
Kudos.
like, let's hang out. And then you never hear from me again.
Yeah.
I've done
Okay.
that to many people.
Yeah, I think everybody has.
What about canceling plans last minute
Yes.
for self-care?
I know that's horrible, but I know people do. And I think there has to be a way to come up with a way to be okay with that. Say, listen, I
Guys.
said yes. And it sounds wonderful, but it's like 8:00 and I don't want to get dressed right now.
Also-
There's a good show on. I want to put on my comfies and just sit with my dogs and my husband and just watch something. I
Guys,
don't want to go out.
Is there anybody that's really disappointed by canceled plans?
Nope. And
Like-
90% of the time, the person receiving that test is going, yes, they fucking
know.
canceled. Yeah, isn't that horrible? And when I make the plans or when the plans are made,
They
I'm excited
sound
about it.
amazing.
And I'm like, I can't wait. And then the day comes and God knows what's gone on during the day. And you're like, either you've done a lot of shit and you're like, oh, I just want to sit on my couch and do nothing. Or whatever. You just don't, you're not feeling it. Now, there
Yeah.
are times that it's fun and I'm excited and I want to go and whatever. But a canceled plan and coming up with a good one to cancel. Like
I
a good
mean, I love to
and we
get
blame
a-
each other. We'll say, well, I'm going to say it's you and I'm going to say it's you. And that's awful. I go, don't put it on me. I don't want to be always the bad guy. But yeah,
I
it
love
should be
a canceled
okay.
plan.
Yeah. Like, don't take it personal, people. Like, why would you want someone to go who begrudgingly goes?
Ooh, here's a good one. What about friends who hate your other friends?
Oh, then they can't be a part of the group.
Well, they can't be a part of the group, but like, what do you do when your friends don't get along?
She's not a part of it. She's not coming anywhere. Bye.
But you
can't.
okay. Here's the real
did-
question.
yes, I did.
What if you have like, I'm friends with you, but my friend. Well, okay. Oh, okay. So
Excited.
what if you were like all friends, right? Like, let's say there's a group of, let's say 3 or 4 of you, whatever, and you're all friends, and then the other people have a falling out. And now you're still friends with both of them, but both of them feel some type of way about you hanging out with the other one. Like, what do you do?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I've had that kind of.
Well,
They
this
feel
is
about some
dramatic,
way
but
about-
like I feel
I
like
did have a friend.
well,
That
this is
the
my-
rest
you have
of
to
I'm
answer my
just
question.
no, I'm just saying that the rest of the group didn't love, and because of me, and I was like always like trying to go to bat for that person
Right.
to make the group, and so over time they accepted and welcomed, but they were never like a super fan.
Okay.
So I felt kind of like I had to sell. So I'm thinking like they didn't understand what the
Right.
why I was friends with this person. I'm like, you just don't understand.
Yeah,
that
you don't
type of
get
thing.
her.
You don't get her. It turns out I didn't.
So you didn't get her.
Yeah, I think they were right.
Yeah.
So there's that, but like I don't know if as an adult I would have friends telling me like, why do you hang out with her? What like I don't know if at this point our friends would say something at this
I
age.
don't know. I feel like people can still feel some type of way if they have like resentment. And I will say, I think people are allowed to have their own independent
Yeah.
friendships. I think unless that person has done something really fucked up to me, like I'm not going to cut them off just because you
Right.
don't like them.
Right. No, exactly. And
Yeah.
again, the same situation. I was still friends, independent of, because we don't always hang out as a group. The
Right.
group thing is very
Yeah.
spaced out. So, but I do know it was expressed to me on several occasions, like they didn't quite get, like,
We don't get her.
wait, yeah. And that's,
I mean, you didn't get her.
well, I thought I did, but I did always wonder why she didn't have other friends.
Oh, okay.
So that was probably-
girls, ladies.
Yeah.
Ma'ams, if you have a friend who has no other girlfriends,
Right.
if there is a girl in your group who's like, I always get along better with the men. Girls just don't like me. Girls are I've always had trouble with other girls. The problem is that girl.
Yep. She needs to go.
If you have a friend who's not a girl's girl, you'll know it because she has no other girlfriends. She thinks all the girls are jealous of her. She thinks, oh, only the guys get me. Nah, this girl's a bitch. This girl's disloyal. This girl is going
She
to
will
fuck
stab
you
you
over.
in the back.
She will stab you in the back. She is drama. She is the problem.
Yep.
You can't be friends with that girl.
Right. 100%. I'm
It
with
has
you.
never been proven incorrect.
Absolutely.
Ever.
Ever.
So just
don't do
beware. Buyer beware.
Kick her the fuck out.
Kick her the fuck out. All right, it's time for Delp
All right,
Deck.
yeah.
We got to go.
We gotta wrap
All right,
up.
let's see.
You pick one.
What is your favorite thing about where you live? Oh, let's kick it on a positive note because that was kind of a Debbie Downer ending.
No.
All right.
No, you just gotta be aware of your
country
point.
friend. All right.
You got
So,
difference.
all right. What do you
where I
love
live.
about where you live? You live in Miami,
Yeah,
Florida.
it's hot, and I've been wanting to move,
No,
but I
what
can't.
you love? What you love?
All my family is here. Like
Okay.
our big group, our network of families here, and I love the fact we have great food. All very diverse
Okay.
cornucopia of you want Chinese, Thai, Mexican, Spanish, good old American, Vietnamese, Greek, you name it. You can find it.
We got it.
And now it can be delivered to your door.
Exactamundo.
So that I love.
Okay.
And shit stays open late. Because when
Oh.
we've traveled, shit closes like at 10 or 11.
You live in a nightlife city.
I
yeah.
mean, you having blue light special at 5 p.m.? What is happening? Yeah, no, I need to be able to order something at midnight if I want to eat at midnight.
I feel you.
So that's what I
Okay.
love.
Well, for me, I love the beach. I love that we have easy access to the ocean and we have a beautiful beach.
Yes, we do.
I love the Latin Hispanic culture that we have.
Infusion.
I think, yes, I think we are a very unique city. I don't think there's any city in the United
Nope.
States that's like ours.
100%.
And as someone who's from that background, for me, it's really cool to feel very American, but also
Yes.
feel very immersed.
Because I thought I was white until like 10 years ago.
No,
Swear to God.
I feel very American because I was born here, but I think it's really cool to also be super immersed in my cultural background, right? Where
Yep.
my parents are from, and be able to have both
Yep.
simultaneously in such an intense
And
way.
not be like,
otherized for it. Like you're not an
like
immigrant.
you're not the pick, right? Like
you
you're
know-
not looked at, oh, she's clearly not from here. No,
right. None of us are from here.
Yeah.
And we all embrace it
Yep.
and love it.
Yeah.
And I think those are probably my two favorite
Yeah,
things
that's cool.
about being from here.
Yep.
I love it here.
Yep.
Come to Miami, bro.
Yeah.
All right, kids.
Just don't move here.
Yeah,
Please.
No, get the fuck out. Actually, don't come.
We have no parking.
We have no
Sorry,
parking. We have no
parking
more.
full.
We have no more roads. Like,
God
get the
almighty.
fuck out.
Yeah.
But do not get the fuck out of our podcast.
No. The
Please
hell?
join us every week. I mean, I'm so sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry for all the F bombs today.
It's all right, Dolores. And I would tell her, have a drink, but she don't drink.
She don't drink,
Oh
so
my
she
God,
don't get
I don't
it.
understand.
Sorry, DJ. But please join us again for our next episode. It's gonna be spicy.
Yeah, it's going to be a TMI one.
It's going to be spicy. So you're going to want to join us for that. Make sure you follow us on all of our socials. Tune in every week. Give us a review.
Send us questions. Give
send-
us topics you want to talk about.
And like and share with all of your friends. And we will see you all next week. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.